check the description box below for information about exactly what sound tools I'm using today and all the important links that keep me in business. Okay, we got here the advanced copy. I'll explain how I got my hands on this. Steve Carr is my old neighbor, Pittsboro, North Carolina. I'm in Chapel Hill, North Carolina now, but this amp is coming out in January of 2024. Hyperbolic statement coming at you. I think it's my favorite amp that I've ever played. What is it? What is the Carr Amps Bell Ray? It is an EL84 amp, so it is British-ish for sure, but Steve is so smart. You know, Steve Carr has been in the game of hand-wired, really nice boutique stuff kind of like since the 90s, so he knows his way around tone tweaker circuits. And so what's really cool about this amp, first thing that's super cool, built-in attenuator. So again, the volume I'm playing in this room is a little louder than my speaking voice. So, you know, take that as you will. Playing some guided by voices today. Let's play around with, it has this really, really smart thing in the circuit. It has a British tone stack voicing switcheroony. So this is in the M68 setting, which is going to have the most gain, the most sustain. You know, you heard me play, you know. Let's compare that to the H73 setting. I think we know what that means. Let's play that same little Jason Isbell melody there. Neck pickup on this very cool Telecaster. That's, yeah, you can hear it's going to be in that H setting, a little more presence. Let's hear that same guided by voices thing. That was this setting. So let's hear the chimey part. This is the H setting still. Let's hear that chop. Ooh, that presence. Okay, before I derail myself, let's go one more swap over. Let's go to the V66 setting. Okay, so for that little Jason Isbell melody. So the V setting is going to give you the lowest gain. It's just a tone tweaker's delight. So you like, what I realize is that we'll talk about it more. There's six overdrive sounds in this amp between the tone stack settings. Oh wait, are there 9? The high-low switch and then the attenuator. You could get lost in this thing. You absolutely get lost in this thing. Also, lovely Fane speaker in this thing. Hold on, let's finish out that melody. Let's hear the top of that melody, V setting. So for like playing more on the cleed side of things, I think the V setting is really cool for that. Oh, did I get this in the V setting? the chop. That's Chasing Heather Crazy by Guided by Voices. Great classic indie track. That's kind of my thing, if you don't know me. Classic rock and classic indie. Ta-da! That's my Venn diagram of my musical taste. Other things I should point out, I am in the low power setting, or the low switch, which is so smart. It's so smart that he did this. What it is when you have the low switch engaged, the power goes more to the EF86 preamp tube. I think it's one of the, to the EF86 tube, as opposed to sending it, boom, to the EL84s. And that's all I'm going to play with today. When you have that high power switch up, it sends the power more towards the back end of the circuit, more towards those EL84s. Going to be a lot louder, a lot punchier. That's going to be great for gigs. But in your house on a, Monday morning, 9:30 in the morning, low switch is great. We talked about that switch. Let's now engage the tremolo. I want to do that, turn around like that, maybe I'll do. Bridge pickup on that turnaround. All right, now let's leave the tremolo on, play with some gain settings. Let's kick it up to H73. I also love that this amp doesn't have reverb. It doesn't need it. It doesn't need it. You'll hear a little bit of room sound that I've added in post. Bridge pickup. Just chime for days in that H73 setting. Neck pickup, H73 setting. Yeah, I have to pass this one back off to Steve. I'm getting one. I have to. This is a hyperbolic statement. This is the favorite amp I've ever played. Let's talk about money. And something. Hold on, let's make sure we're recording still here. I want, Steve, like I said, OG in the game. These amps are hand wired and hand-wired point-to-point. And that's a significant difference. There is no printed circuit board. There's no circuit board in these amps. It is component to component to component to component. We will say that it's very expensive, and it is an expensive investment for sure. And I know that it's priced out for a lot of us, but it's worth it. This is not snake oil. This amp does exactly what I want a guitar amp to do. I'm just right there in edge of breakup the whole time, no pedals. I have my pedals down there. I was like, I could kick them on. I'm not gonna. I just like how it sounds so much. Let's stay here though. Let's to be scientific, let's get that M68 setting. Playing that same Alone Again orb. overtones and this chime that's going on. It's just too good. Okay, though, just for grins, let's hear what it sounds like with proper humbuckers. Because a Telecaster's a Telecaster. Telecaster's a bright guitar. I wonder if it's gonna sound good. Spoiler alert, it's gonna sound good. Now, this is a good and dark guitar, so we'll definitely have a different sort of thing going on. And I know I'm not really exploring all of the possibilities of the attenuator and the high-low switch, but like, I literally could play this thing all day and not run out of wonderful things to say about it. I know that seems like me being like a shill, but North Carolina, what's up? He's my old neighbor. He makes great stuff. I didn't think that I was like, Steve, sure, I'll try that amp out. I'm more interested in the American style circuits these days. And then I plugged this in and it's like, never mind, I have changed my tune. Let's turn off. Let's switch the trend back out. So still the same settings. I'm in the M68 setting. We need something riffy to play. Still that chime coming in strong. Do I know the melody to that song? Got It by Voices, Girls of Wild Strawberry. Nah, that melody's not super strong. Outside of the thing. I want like a... Let's play a little bit of droney stuff against that D. Okay, let's just do random, vaguely Richard Thompson-y droney stuff. Going through those circuits, though. That was M68, random droney stuff. Now in the H setting. All the settings are so good. That one? High? Let's put a weird one in. All right, let's go check the V66 setting. This is just a joy, a joy, a joy. Hey, what color one should I get? This is the cool British racing green. Should I get black? Blue? Wine? I want one. Yeah, I really like the V setting is great for when you want to back off. Sade, smooth operator. Because this amp's a smooth operator. It just all the settings are so good. I don't want to give it back. You know what it's like? It's like when you have to dog sit for a friend and your friends, and they leave the dog at your house and you're like, but I love your dog. So now we're back in H setting. Okay, if we're in H setting, here's some Pink Floyd. There's not a bad sound to be found, and that's only playing in the low power section. That hasn't even, I don't feel like rebiasing everything to switch it to the other thing, to switch it to high power, because then I just have to change all my settings. But I know we all can't afford this amp. I wish we could. I wish that for all of us. I think Steve has this. I think people are going to be. I'm super stoked that I get to be the first one to play it. I genuinely think that this thing is, yeah, you're going to see it's going to show up in Premier Guitar as like, one of the best amps of 2024, because it's got all the British chime, but just like, here, turn that off, but just so much voice. And just right, again, I'm not even pushing this thing super hard. I could if I really wanted to, really make it bark. That's the high watt setting playing Captain Beyond. Great obscure super group from the, they have like one great record. M68 setting. I'll stop there for today. Hey, if you enjoy my work, please like, subscribe, and share. That costs you nothing and helps people like me out immensely. One more, well, I didn't mention it, but hey, this is how my business actually works if you like me. On my website, you can book lessons with me, live streams, and more on Patreon. I'll put the little jam-along track from Drive By Truckers, Goddamn Lonely Love. I'll throw that up on Patreon for noodling around. And I make courses. It's all on my website. That's how I stay in business. As Bill and Ted would say, be excellent to each other. That includes yourself. Happy Friday. Eat pizza.